What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. And the challengers take a number. WWE Champion Randy Orton has no shortage of worthy contenders for his title. The top three prospects appear to be attackslug, Carlito, and Edge. But Randy Orton got hit by that car. What happened there? So I guess he's just back and he's better than ever and he's the champion now. So sure, why not? None of this stuff needs to make sense, I guess. You are slime. And like slime, I'm gonna be scraping you off the bottom of my boots soon. Watch out, the masterpiece. Sure, alright. Monday Night Raw, featuring Triple H vs. Edge, myself versus Masters, Shad, and the Great Khali, John Cena, Randy Orton, that eternal feud, and HBK versus Carlito. And also, I don't want Tori Wilson in my corner. For real, though. I feel like I'm gonna get double-crossed again.
Welcome to Raw, everybody, where Cyber Sunday is just over a month away. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler at ringside. And tonight, folks, it's all about payback for one superstar.
He could have avoided this whole situation if he wasn't chasing another superstar's girl.
Well,
I wasn't.
First of all,
I wasn't.
They're no longer together. And second, I don't think he had any involvement with her whatsoever.
JR knows.
You're right.
He
But
knows.
I don't think these guys are interested in listening to reason.
Jim Ross is actually paying attention. Thanks, JR.
You look up delusional in the dictionary, and you'll see this man right here. He's blaming his recent breakup on his opponent.
He might be delusional, JR, but that doesn't make him any less dangerous.
And there is the masterpiece, Chris. Master.
This is a surprise. He's coming out here with his opponent's ex-girlfriend.
They didn't give me an option.
Let the head games begin.
That's like waving a red flag in front of a bull, JR. Didn't he get a bad enough beating last week?
And tonight's Raw, brought to you by Skittles. Fruity, fruity, delicious, delicious. They're Skittles. Anyway. And so it is Friday. It is the final Friday of 2017. Good riddance to this mostly terrible year for everything except for video games, which were great this year. Not wrestling for WWE games, but, you know, Fire Pro's pretty good, you guys. Anyway, there is some wrestling news, if you will. Not much. There's some rumors, and then there is a bit of bracket talk, if you will. But first, the rumors. The rumors being that supposedly the original plan for one Seth Rollins and having a tag team partner once they confirmed the injury of Dean Ambrose was going to be Finn Balor and not Jason Jordan. Now, I think Jason Jordan can be more interesting for storyline purposes. If they continue to have Jordan as the heel who doesn't know he's a heel, like if he keeps thinking he's a face but keeps playing to the nepotism of his father, Kurt Angle, that could be fun, where just the crowd keeps turning on him, but he keeps thinking he's the good guy. That originally was the archetype of Kurt Angle, where Kurt Angle thought he was doing everything intensity, integrity, intelligence, and doing the right thing, and getting booed for it, you know? So that was kind of his whole gimmick, and it worked really well back when he debuted. So it can work well again. That is a known archetype that does work well. Look at Mr. Bob Backlund in the mid-90s. Was fantastic. He was, you know, doing the right thing, being that same white meat face, but people just hated him. And it worked great. And then he became unhinged, and that was a whole different thing. But, so yeah, supposedly this was Vince's idea, because it's usually Vince's idea, because he's Vince, by God, McMahon. And that can further play into the story of Finn Balor not being thought by Vince as over, and that whole thing. But again, as I said on the show before, as with any Vince McMahon story, take it all with a huge grain of salt, because you can pretty much make up any Vince story and it'll sound plausible, because Vince does such off-the-wall crazy stuff. So, whether or not I buy into this story, I don't know. It's possible, but also, no, Masters. That was so dumb. But also, it's Vince, so it's very much a who knows, and also who cares. I think it's more interesting to have it as Jason Jordan in the first place. So, like, obviously, having Rollins and Balor as a tag team is a more exciting tag team just in the ring. But storyline-wise, for sports entertainment-wise, there is more story potential there. But also, hey, how about just having Finn Balor and the club together? That'd be nice. Do a thing there. For real, though. For real, though. Here we go. Pile driver. Band maneuver. Band maneuver. Onto Mr. Masters. The masterpiece. Just keep on doing it, Masters. Because you can't stop me. Can't stop. Won't stop. Bad boy. 2. No dice. No freaking dice. Okay. Slug Sploder number 2. Is that enough to put away the mostly mediocre Chris Masters, who I'm assuming is your IC champion, because obviously Randy Orton is your WWE champion, and so this was a non-title match against what I would assume he's a champion, and not a tag champion, so it has to be IC. Maybe it's US. I don't actually know.
I hate to be the next superstar to cross that man.
Don't cross
him. Kidding. I don't think I've ever seen him this angry.
And I have a bad feeling in my Oklahoma guts that this isn't over.
My Oklahoma guts.
I'd say you just ate too much barbecue, JR. But I think you're right. This is personal now.
And that makes everything more dangerous for everyone involved.
Absolutely. This is going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
How long before Tori double crosses me and she was in on it all along? Seriously, it's wrestling. Very important. DTA. Don't trust anybody. The Cyber Sunday pay-per-view is coming up, and as you know, it's all about interactivity. In that same spirit, I'm letting you select who you want to be your ally, Edge or Carlito. They're both talented superstars, so choose wisely. Best coach. But we 3 are the top 3 to be the guy, and also Edge has been having some words there in the magazine, so I guess I'm gonna go Carlito? Sure. I don't trust Edge. He is the ultimate opportunist. Now, granted, Carlito could totally chew an apple and spit it in my face, but I guess that's a risk you have to take for people who don't want to be cool. It's time to put your allegiance with Carlito to good use. The 2 of you will be in a tag team match tomorrow. Holla holla. Your opponents will be Randy Orton and Chris Masters. So I suggest you strategize a game plan. It's going to take more than friendship to get a victory over those 2. Good luck, Coach.
Hey there, Mr. Number 1 Contender.
It's me.
Your partner asked me to manage the 2 of you tonight.
No.
And I said I'd be happy to do it. He's such a good friend. And in case you were wondering, that's all he is to me. Hint, hint.
You're gonna double cross me. I can already tell this is gonna happen. I can't. There's no way to stop it. Monday Night Raw, Las Vegas, Nevada. And here is your tag team match playa. Oh, with Kelly in the corner of Randy Orton and Chris Masters. And Triple H Edge is your main event.
Welcome to Raw, where we're less than 4 weeks away from Cyber Sunday. This is good old JR Jim Ross, here with the Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, the King of Memphis at ringside. And tonight, the champion meets his number 1 contender in tag team action.
Sparks are going to fly, JR. These guys are looking to get any advantage they can over each other.
A victory here tonight would be a huge boost heading into Cyber Sunday.
And whoever loses is going to have his work cut out for him between now and then.
He's the number 1 contender, set to lock horns with the champion in this tag team match. What should we be looking to do here tonight, King?
First and foremost, defeat and embarrass the champion, which is easier said than done. Second, learn all he can about the champ's strengths and weaknesses.
130 pounds.
Carlito.
Randy Orton.
All right, your WWE champion, Randy Orton, wearing that stupid spinner belt that I never liked from day one, and teaming with, I would assume. I mean, is Masters actually the champion of something? I don't really know. They didn't really kind of get into that, unfortunately. So it's kind of confusing, to be honest. He's not wearing a belt, so I'm assuming he's not any champion. Even though they said I was going to fight him in a non-title match, which is the match I just had and beat him in. So again, video game, you're definitely mixing your messages here on what I should be doing, but I'm assuming I'm going to fight Randy Orton at some point for that world title, right? Really? Right? Maybe? But speaking of titles, we have the rest of the brackets for that US title tournament being held on SmackDown since Dolph Ziggler walked out. And unfortunately, we don't have some mysterious luchador in a mask that's totally Dolph Ziggler. I was hoping that was going to be the case, but unfortunately, not the case. So, we already have Bobby Roode advanced, obviously, on SmackDown, and so did the modern-day Maharaja, who is now in the mid-card. But elsewhere in your brackets, we're going to have Zack Ryder, Mojo Rawley, right? We're going to have Xavier Woods, Aiden English. Surprisingly, not Rusev. I feel like if you had Rusev, then he'd have to win the whole thing, and that's just not going to happen. So, I would imagine having him at ringside for that match, but it does feel like this is being set up for a finals with Roode and Mahal. That seems like the direction that it's going to go. And it would not surprise me if Jinder won the whole thing. And then they love having their U.S. champion be a foreigner. They love having their foreign heel be the U.S. champion. They've done it. They did it with Rusev. They had Cesaro in there. Like, they love doing that. So, that would not surprise me. Back! Body drop. In any way. Now, there is the other way you go with it. If you're really having this monster push for Mojo, then having Mojo be U.S. champion would not surprise me. Oh, no, referee! I'm sorry, you were in the way. You were in the freaking way. So, there's that. But, yeah. You've got 3 strong contenders there. In Roode, in Mojo, and in Jinder. In terms of who you could put over for that belt. If you don't pull the same thing that you might pull, which is, alright, you finish the tournament, you crown the champion, and who comes in with a new U.S. belt but Dolph Ziggler? Saying, oh, I didn't mean that, I never lost it, you guys misinterpreted my actions, I'm still U.S. champ, you set up for U.S. champ versus U.S. champ, much like IC champ versus IC champ with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10, I think it was. Yeah, so there are definite ways to have that be an interesting angle in some capacity. So, we'll see. We'll see. But also, what about Rusev? Seriously, what about your boy, Ruru? It's Rusev Day. It is always Rusev Day. Do not disrespect Rusev Day. Randy Orton, no. I don't care if you're champ. No. Not a happening. Not happening. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be curious to see how that thing plays out. I'll be curious to see if Dolph actually factors into it in any way, which I think he might, if he's not actually seriously done for good, which he supposedly is or isn't. I don't know. Is it storyline? Is it kayfabe? Is it not? These are the important questions, and these are the things that keep people interested in watching your show, right? So, anyway, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. And, can I pull off whatever... I honestly don't know. Like, it's been so long since I've actually seen this version of Carlito, what his finisher is. So, I guess we're going to find out here, very shortly. If I can actually manage to make it happen here against Randy Orton and keep my voice at the end of the year here. I'm just so freaking burned out. Looking forward to some vacation for first week of January. I'm pretty hyped about it. But don't worry, there's still going to be some videos that week, which is next week. There will be videos. That will happen. But not this show. We'll be on break for a week, so. Okay, here we go. I spit in the face of people who do a reverse rock bottom. I guess. That was weird. 1, 2, not enough. Not enough. Okay. Randy Orton. I want to continue to avoid that RKO from the Viper. From the Legend Killer, if you will. What does Carlito have for strong grapples? What do you got, Carlito? Oh! Boom! Hurricanrana. It's alright. I can dig that. Sucker! Randy Orton in the red for his body health. Carlito once again gonna pick him up and do that weird reverse rock bottom thing. Whatever that is. Not even sure what that... I couldn't even tell you what that's called. It's been so long. F you and your rope break. That's some hot garbage. I literally picked him up, dragged him, and it wasn't far enough. I got a rope break. 1, 2, 3. Carlito has pinned the champion, not attackslug. Carlito did it, so, okay. What does that mean? What does it mean, JR?
I don't think these two in mind getting another piece of the champ.
Yeah, but he'd be an idiot to give it to him right now. Besides, I think I'd rather get a piece of
Easy there, King. This is a family
The PG show, King. Relax. Yep. I get the hug, right? Yay. And now he gets jealous, and yeah.
Boy, it looks good kill.
Come on, JR. He's a professional. Do you seriously think he's going to bust up a successful team over a woman?
Well, it sure wouldn't
Yeah.
be the first time.
It's wrestling, yes. Exactly, JR. Exactly.
What? Being the #1 contender isn't enough? You've got to try to make me look like an idiot in a tag team match, too? If you're really as good as you say you are, how about you meet me in the ring this week, one-on-one?
How about no, because I literally just beat you last week. Nope. Peace out. Okay. Maybe tag team competition isn't your thing. I hear the masterpiece wants to match with you one-on-one. Sounds like a good idea to me, so I'm putting it on the schedule later this week. Better get your hunting cap on, because you're facing the masterpiece. I literally told him just to go away, because I literally just beat him! That just happened in this video. What's going on here?
I was gonna wish you luck in your match this week. But I guess you probably don't want it, do you? What do you need luck for? Everything's already going your way. Must be nice.
Yeah, you can't telegraph that any harder there, Carlito. You're totally gonna turn on me, right?
I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to manage you this week. I kind of got something else going on. But I'm sure you're going to do great. Oh, and if you see your partner, you might want to talk to him. He seems kind of upset about something.
Gee, what could it be? What kind of nonsense could totally happen on this episode of Raw where I'm being forced to fight Chris Masters and it's all gonna turn badly for me? It's all gonna just go real rotten as I get my popularity up here, up to 70 so far. I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out more about that bit of business tomorrow on this show. Thanks for watching. I'm attackslug. More videos every day. See you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.